Okay, guys, we're going to go to Ask Scruff this morning. And it's an interesting question because it's, how do I put it? It really depends on your personality. But let me kind of explain. So if we come down, the guys are enjoying themselves. It's a lovely part of the world where Lee and I live. Lee lives over the hill, not far from me. So it looks like the dog's enjoying themselves. But let's drop down into Trader Clinic, go to Ask Scruff, and then here we go. So this one's from Degen Dad. Salute to you. If you were to start again from scratch and learn from your methods, and you could only spend the first month or so trading one asset, just one, until you fully understood the process, what would you choose? Right, okay. Now, you'll often hear me say in trading, it's all about the homework. Well, the asset becomes part of that homework. Now, yes, I agree that if you're learning, the 30-day challenge is ideal. And that is one asset, lowest position size, one trade a day. But how do you choose the asset? Okay. First of all, it depends on what type of trader you want to be. Do you want to trade Forex? Do you want to trade commodities? Do you want to trade cryptocurrency? Do you want to trade indices? So there's lots of little elements that you can look at, even a share trader for that matter. So that would be the first choice. Not necessarily the asset that you're going to trade, the type of asset that I'm going to trade. But that can also be lent to your time constraints, because the timing that I'm talking about will be kind of UK based, so you can do your world clock adjustment. So I get up sort of mid-morning or early morning rather, sort of 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I might have time till mid-morning. Well, if that's the case, I want something that is moving. So therefore, I would look at a central bank that is operating. So it'll be euro or pound as a base currency. The indices would be FTSE or the DAX because they can move. But commodity-wise, well, gold's a world driver. It operates pretty much 24 hours a day. Oil operates pretty much 24 hours a day. Crypto certainly does. So you can narrow it down that way. Then you've got to decide what type of person you are. You know, are you a fidget? Are you aggressive? Do you not like to take risk? That can tell you the speed of movement. So if you don't like risk, trading crypto is just ruled out altogether. You don't want ridiculously quick markets. So pound JPY, the DAX, you don't particularly want to be trading them either. They're too fast. So you're drilling down through your personality. Now, myself, if I was to pick one product just to learn on, I would narrow it down into two. It would either be the FTSE, because it's relatively slow moving, but it's fast enough that you can get roughly 10 pips a trade out of it, or it would be cable. Pound USD. Again, it's slow enough that you're not going to be too stressed with it, but it gives you around 10, 20 pips per trade. Now that then raises the next question. Well, why 20 pips? Surely we should be looking for 50 and 100 pip moves. Well, they don't happen that often. They don't happen that often on a lot of products. And this is the misconception of trading. Everybody thinks a day trader is hitting home runs all the time. No, you take little chunks every day. I don't mean like scalping 2 or 3 pips, because those guys don't normally make it. In fact, I know they don't make it. But if you're a day trader and you're looking for 10, 20 pips a trade, and you do it once or twice a day, then yeah, it's more than doable. And believe it or not, 20 pips a day will pay you. Think about it. You know, depends on how you want to look at this. If you do 20 pips a day, which isn't hard, and you're on £1 a point, that's £20 a day. Do that Monday through Friday. That's £100. Do it on a 4-week month. Well, that's £400. Work it into a 10-month period. Well, that's £4,000. Well, if your salary is 20,000, you've just given yourself a 20% pay rise. I've just gotten my coffee pay rise. Well done, girl. And that's the way I think. You know, I always break things down to the lowest denominator. And I also look for things that are safe. So a safe trade in a long-winded way would be probably pound USD first and then the FTSE, depending on my frame of mind. And it would come down to whether I just like indices or Forex. I hope that kind of helps and gives you a bit of thinking, because sometimes when you ask a question of, well, what would you start with? You could start with anything, but you've got to have a reason behind the start. Hope that helps. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow.